What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the US, let me know what country you're representing. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop first. If you want to skip the line, you can jump into the super chat. That way you make sure you get your comment noticed. I'll check out the super chat, then I'll make my way into the regular chat. But first, I'm going in. So we have the sister of one of the killers, Travis. She's the sister of the killer and the daughter of the other killer, Travis and Gregory McMichael. So this thing actually posted a photograph of Ahmaud Arbery's bloodied, dead body just shortly after he was murdered on February 23rd. I mean, I'm talking the same day. She posted a photo of his dead body on Snapchat. This photo circulated within their immediate community of Glenn County. So she's not the only one who saw this. This photo was being passed around like it was some type of prize, you know, like they had shot a deer or something, a bear, a wild lion, and like they had taken a picture with it, posing for pictures with it. She said the reason why she did it was because she's a huge fan of true crimes. Well, actually, she said true crime. She's a huge fan of true crime. More like a huge fan of a true crime fam. She's more like a party or member of a true crime fam. You understand what I'm saying? This makes a lot of sense. You got a corrupt father. What you think you're gonna get? You got a corrupt father, and you got a corrupt daughter, you got a corrupt son. Everything under that roof is corrupt. Their mama got to be corrupt. It only makes sense. In order to have that type of wickedness, that type of evilness, you know, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Now, I'm not saying 100% that the mama is corrupt, but you got to question, if nothing else, you got to question her character to marry or to lay up with a dude like that and procreate. To lay up with a dude like Gregory McMichael, it's got to be something wrong with you. The mama got to take some blame too. She raised Travis or bred him. She raised Travis and Lindsay. That's her doing. What kind of sicko would take a picture of a dead, bloody body and post it to Snapchat for kicks? Because that's what she was doing. Even if she was a so-called huge fan of true crime, I'm a true fan. I'm a fan of true crime. I watch all of those shows. It never has crossed my mind to take a picture of a bloody dead body and post it to social media, let alone take a picture of a bloody dead body that involves a family member, somebody that I'm in direct connection with, like live under the same roof as me, is the suspect in the murder. This is the person who committed the murder. and I'm gonna take a picture of it and post it on social. It don't even sound right, fam. It don't make sense. The only thing that you can think of is she had to think that it was cool. They had to think it was cool. And they thought that they were going to get away with it. That's the only thing that's logical that you can come up with for her reasoning to do that. Remember how they used to lynch Black people back in the day, and they would share photos of the lynchings. They'd share photos, and they went as far as making postcards out of people that was lynched, Black people that was lynched with holes in their bodies, decapitated, bodies ripped apart, skinned. They actually made postcards, and they shared postcards to their family members. They actually they put stamps on these postcards and sent them out. And the US Postal Service accepted those postcards. In fact, they sold those postcards. Think about that. Think about that. Ooh, man. Cold game, fam. Cold game. Well, you know what? I haven't verified that last statement I made. So I'm going to retract that because I'm not absolutely sure that they sold those postcards. I think they did. I'm not sure. But I know that they had those postcards and they was being circulated. And I know that the post office did disseminate those postcards with lynched Black people on them. I know that for a fact. Man, the apple don't fall far from the tree, fam. And she actually also said that she saw Travis McMichael when he came home and he had a look of desperation on his face. She said, I know him when he's happy. You know, I saw him when his child was born, and I know what he looks like when he's happy, and I know what he looks like when he's desperate. And you know, when and he didn't have a look of satisfaction on his face after he did it. He had a look more like he was desperate, and you know, it was something wrong. He was disturbed. Well, perhaps he had never killed anybody before. So, you know, that's kind of like the kind of reaction that you might wonder, like, oh, maybe the killing didn't go as smooth as he thought it would. He didn't get the satisfaction that he thought that he might get. Maybe that's what it was. Her exact words was, all I saw was the look on his face, and he was looking very desperate. I don't think we even exchanged a word. I seen my brother in the happiest moments. I was there when his child was born, and I've seen him in distress, and I know that look. It wasn't like some glory thing, like I stalked and then got the kill that I was hoping for. It was absolutely effing panic. I really do believe that things just escalated so fast. You damn right they escalated so fast. It kind of like how it goes when you got two fools jumping out of a damn pickup truck and pulling guns on you. But before they even get to that point, they chase you around the neighborhood for 4 minutes. You're ducking and diving and you're trying to escape. They were really hunting this man. And let's not forget the fool who filmed. William Rowdy, what's his name? William Rowdy Brown. Let's not forget him. Let's not forget him. This really just confirms my belief that the arrest was long overdue. See, it doesn't matter if you are a true crime fan or not. It's always tacky to post a picture of someone's loved one who is deceased on social media. And it is even worse when the death is at the hand of one of your loved ones. This goes to show you how much cuckoo-ness goes on under that roof where they live. There's one thing about life, family. You can't give what you ain't got. Gregory McMichael had no common sense, so his kids don't have common sense. Now, you know what would be really cool? If they finished off the crime story. If Lindsay finished off her crime story with her daddy and her brother getting fried by old Smokey. Now that would be a hell of a crime story there. I'd watch that. Let me go over into the chat and see what you guys are saying. Okay, got some new members to the channel. We got Garrett Locke, Brong FTG, new member. What's up, what's up? Yeah, show them some love, fam. Welcome the newest members to the channel. If you want to join the channel, fam, you want to be an official member of the WillieDLive channel, you can hit that join button on your laptop or your desktop or your iPad or notepad, whatever, notebook, whatever they call it. And also on your phone, there is a link in the description that says join. Join, hit that thing and join and become an official member of the channel and get yourself some cool little perks. Who we got here? Minion God. What's up? Julian P. It's all good. Malcolm Welch, I see you. Appreciate you, Malcolm. Okay. Who we got? DJ Kid says modern day lynching. Anita Williams, Shalom. Sean Roberts, Rain, Louisiana. Monica Biddle, historically their way. Amadi, fan of evil. My father's son says that's why we should be done with love your enemy bull, but there will still be those that will forgive her in the name of Jesus while they spit in you and your kids' faces. You know, I've been hearing that love thy enemies for a long time. I've never loved my enemies, ever, never, ever. Even as I sat in church, I was never that big of a fool. Jonathan Hawkins out of Dallas says, that's disturbing. That's like a serial killer taking a trophy pic. That's what it is, fam. It's like a trophy. That's what it was. And you better believe she was passing it around, calling her friends like, look what Travis and Dad did. Look what Travis and Dad did. Boy, they killed that nigga good. Boy, they shot him. Oh, they blew him away. I bet you she was talking like that. Guaranteed. Ain't no damn way she just got that picture and just shared it on Snapchat and say, guys, I can't believe this just happened. This is crazy. Look, I wonder what's going to happen to my brother and my dad who killed this guy. You know, that's true crime. You know, true crime involves investigations. You know, once you discover a murder, then you start to think like, okay, what do we do about the murderer or the murderers in this situation? It involves an investigation. It involves, I mean, you right there, you could have cracked the case all by yourself, Lindsay. Lindsay could have cracked the case. You know what? All she had to do is say, Dad, did you guys stalk him? Come on, Dad. Oh, Dad, that's the N-word guy you was talking about the other day. That's him. You got him. You got him. She know more than what she's telling. I bet you anything. I bet you she knows more. And since she posted that thing to Snapchat, that means that she got loose lips. That means she can't hold water. That means she's talked to other people and told them exactly what happened, or at least what her brother and daddy has told her so far. Oh man, this thing is gonna grow and grow and grow. No telling where this thing is gonna end up at. Might end back at the sheriff's office. You know, Glenn County Sheriff's Office has been under investigation for a long time. Just after the shooting on February 23rd, they had a number of cops who got suspended and fired. So they have a history of corruption. Glenn County Sheriff's Office, a history of corruption. Ain't no telling where this thing is going to lead back to, but I can guarantee you there is going to be some singing in the church. Oh yeah, they're going to sing. Way too many people involved here. Lawyer Bird, the crime that truly was committed was done by her family. Sick world. Actually, Lawyer Bird, you're partially right. That first part is right, but I gotta disagree with you about the sick world. The world is not sick. There are sick people in the world. There are evil, wicked people in the world. If you really think about the world itself, the world is beautiful. There's so much beauty in the world. If you just look at the world itself, you look at nature, you look at the mountains, you look at the trees, how beautiful trees are. You know, nature. You look at the lakes, the rivers, the ravines, the ponds. You know, you look at the sky. Even when it storms, or it snows, or there's a sunny day, the world is beautiful. It is the people. It's the people that walk this earth that makes it sometimes unbearable or unbearable. Yeah. Who is it? Plex 504. Welcome to level one. Family, show Plex 504 some love, the newest member to the channel. Show him some love, fam. Welcome him to the channel. Actually, I don't know if it's him or her, but welcome Plex to the channel. Yeah, the father and the son are going to definitely turn on each other. That's why they got separate lawyers. They are going to flip on each other, guaranteed. Donna Spears, I see you, Kansas City, in the building. And like I said, fam, the father, he's a slowpoke. The father is a deadbeat. The dude put his son in the line of fire, put his son in a situation where he could possibly just ruin his life forever. In any event, his life is going to be ruined even if he beats the case. Life for him ain't going to never be the same. Ain't no way he's going to be able to go anywhere without watching his back. He's going to always have to be ready. And he's never just going to have what he would consider a normal life again. After witnessing what they did, something tells me they never had a normal life in the beginning. But the father is one of the worst. A father is supposed to protect his son. You getting ready to go do something like that, even let's just say that he did have that on his mind and he really did want to go out and do something like that. You know, if he really did want to violate dude like that, why would you put your son in that position? Fool, you 63, what was he, 66 or something? 64? We know you got some old Klan friends you could have used. The dad is a nothing, and the son is going to step back and he's going to realize that. He's going to start resenting his daddy putting him up to that, because I can guarantee you his daddy put him up to it. You take the guy down, you drive, I'll get on the back of the truck. You drive. It ain't just the hillbillies that act that way. You got some hillbillies. See, the hillbilly is not necessarily confined to a region. The hillbilly is a mentality. You got hillbillies, you got a hillbilly in the Oval Office. You see, he's from New York City. So the hillbilly is a mentality. It's what goes on between your ears. That's the hillbilly. And they got them in corporations all over America. They got them in schools, at school boards, all over America, in prisons, on parole boards, in hospitals. Yeah. Working in the medical field, working in the courthouses, working as police officers. All of them hillbillies. They got them hillbillies everywhere, man. It's a mentality. It's that backwoods mentality, that backwoods antiquated ass, we run everything, everybody else is a visitor mentality, that self-entitled mentality. That's why you hear all these Karens out here losing their minds. And they got the nerve to call Black women angry. Some of the stuff I seen some of these women do, man, it's like, man, y'all still stuck on this angry Black woman shit? That shit is a myth. It's every bit of a myth as fried chicken and watermelon is. It's a myth. It's amazing how some people love to point the finger at others for the exact same thing that they're guilty of. Straight out of How to Make a Racist handbook. If you're just not joining, fam, we're talking about Lindsay McMichael, who is the sister of Travis McMichael and the daughter of Gregory McMichael, the killers who gunned down, who chased, hunted, and gunned down Ahmaud Arbery on February 23rd of this year. I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but I also dropped a video earlier today showing Ahmaud Arbery having a confrontation with the police in Glenn County. He was being questioned by police in Glenn County after they rolled up on him for sitting in the park inside of his car, just sitting inside of his car at the park. They stopped him and told him he looked suspicious because he was sitting in his car at the park, which, by the way, is not illegal, right? He's at the park sitting inside of his car. That's in and of itself is not illegal. But because he has that dark hue, let's check him out. Let's check him out. So Ahmaud gets really angry and agitated with the cop. He cussed him out. He let him know, you try to hit me with that taser, I'm gonna whoop your ass. And a second cop shows up and tells Ahmaud, get your hand out your pocket. Ahmaud taking his hands out of his pocket, and his hands are all the way in the air, and the cop tries to tase him, but the gun malfunctions. The gun malfunctions. So had it not been for that, he would have tased him for nothing. It's like you comply. Everybody say comply, comply, comply. So you comply and still die. What's the incentive to not comply? I mean, what is the incentive to comply if they're gonna hit you up anyway? They're gonna light you up anyway. What is the incentive? If they're gonna light you up anyway, they're gonna shoot you anyway. What is the incentive to comply? Let's keep it moving. Let me check these. Who we got? Bowman, what up, Bowman? I see you. Who was that? Moonlight 888. What up, Moonlight? I keep seeing people saying nothing's gonna happen to him. Somebody else just said nothing much is going to happen to him. Who said that? I see Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in the building. King, what up? Costa Rica in the building. Eddie, I see you. Okay, that was Sir Wegro. Nothing much will happen to them because this is America. Also, but because this is America, and there are so many variables that determine if a person is going to get justice. You got money, you got race, you got sexual orientation, you got gender, you got prominence of the crime. If the crime is a high profile crime, You got nepotism. It's so many variables in America. You have first time offender, criminal record, all of these things. The level of corruption. So you just never know when you go into a courtroom in America. It's just hard to determine what the outcome is going to be. Now, if they were actual police officers, then you could say the chances of them getting off is just astronomical. But these fools are citizens, and there is no telling what's going to happen. It's no telling what's going to happen. Air Force Ups ones. East New York, Brooklyn in the building. I see you, Brooklyn. Coco T say, Willie D, you got to stop doing the dead air because I can't tell if the show has ended. Well, let me explain something to you. If you can't keep up, that's your fault. I don't run my mouth consistently, consecutively like some people do. I take time and I think about what I'm going to say. Sometimes I stop and I'm reading what people are saying. I don't have a whole team of people all around me feeding me questions and feeding me research information as I'm going, because sometimes I'm talking about whatever topic that I'm covering, and I'm actually doing research live as I'm talking. So I have to stop, and I ain't got 8 fingers, 8 hands. I got 10 fingers, but I ain't got 8 hands, and I don't have a whole team of people around me feeding me information when I'm doing these lives. I'm just doing these lives. It's just me and the camera. And so it's going to be dead air when you come on my live. So if you don't like that, then what you do is when you hear that dead air, just start doing something else. And then if you hear me talking, then you can come back to the show. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I got for you right now, baby boy, or baby girl, because I don't know if this is a guy or a girl that said that. But yeah, it's going to be dead air when I'm on my live, because I don't just, some people are good at that. I'm not good at just talking back to back to back to back to back without pause. And, I'm not good at that. I have to stop and think about what I'm saying. With that said, more dead air coming right now. Plex says, the fact that a militia has shown up in the neighborhood is a good sign they'll get convicted, because it definitely shows it's a new damn day. Again, can't be too careful. Can't be too sure. You never know. You never know. I definitely thought George Zimmerman would be convicted. When that sucker got off, it's like, whoa. You never know. Coco say, okay, Coco T. I'm assuming that's a female. Say, I didn't mean any shade. Oh my God. I'm one of your biggest fans. Rona got y'all mad. Actually, I've been handling Rona pretty good. With Rona, it is what it is with me, because I'm not really a outdoor person. I don't move around like when I'm at home. I don't go a lot of places. I'm not always in the streets. I don't hit all the spots. In fact, when I come out, sometimes the people with the cameras and all that stuff in the nightlife, man, I'll come up and they be like, whoa, man, yo, let me get a picture. I'll never see you out. Never see you out. Let me get a picture. Let me get a picture. I lay low. So I'm a homebody is what I'm saying. So this whole stay-at-home order don't really affect me like it affects some people. It don't really affect me. The only thing that the stay-at-home order has really done, the only way it's really just really affected me is the inability to do shows. Yeah, we can't go out and get that bread on the road. Can't go get that money. Like we had to cancel a whole Ghetto Boys tour. So, and that's major paper. But it's cool. It'll come back around. Like we good over here. It's no struggle like that. But that's it. That's it. As far as every day, I'm good on that. I'm actually just as happy or content as I've been any other day, with the exception of all of this damn racist shit that be going on in America every damn day. These clowns do not take a day off. So, if you're fighting it, you can't take a day off. So that's how that goes. But if you're gonna find some type of way to deal with it, you got to learn to compartmentalize it to where it does not take over your mind and your every thought, every single moment of the day. You did? Jonathan Hawkins from Dallas says it seems like we're still in the 60s. It does seem that way, doesn't it? At one point, I think I was probably like around 20, 22, 23 or something. And I thought, okay, we're moving forward. I mean, a lot of bad things happen, but we're moving forward in terms of this racism stuff. And then all of a sudden, we got close and close and close. And then Obama looked like he was going to win. And that's when it really started opening up again. If you really think about it, that's when it really started getting bad again. It wasn't when Trump got in. It was already getting there. When they saw that Obama could possibly become the first president, the first Black president, that's when them bastards started coming out the woodworks. Oh, they started coming. And once Trump got in, he just took it over the top. But yeah, Obama got in, and a lot of those cops, they were killing Black people really to make a point, I do believe. I think a lot of them were killing Black people just to prove a point. Like, yeah, y'all might have a Black president, but it ain't gonna stop us from killing you. Still can't do nothing about us killing you. He ain't gonna do nothing about us killing you. And then when Trump got in, well, he has yet to address police brutality. Have you noticed that? For all you Black people out there, especially, who talk that shit about Trump. Like, look, Trump this, well, Democrats and Trump. Has Trump spoken one time about police brutality in America, about the severity of it? Has he spoken up one time in defense of Black people being gunned down by police officers? Has he said he's gonna do anything to address it, to stop it, to curb it? Has he said something one time about it? Not once has he said anything about it. Not once. All you people out there who are Trump supporters, who are not Black, has he said one thing about this? Because look, we ain't got to talk. We're not even talking about this if the problem wasn't so bad. You see? We're not even talking about all this racial stuff every single damn day, every day, if it wasn't so bad. So if Trump understands, if everybody understands that racism is a huge problem in America, it's one of the most divided, it is the most divisive issues in America. And the president ain't on code, and he's not addressing it, and he's not trying to do anything about it. He got a plan for everything but racism. What does that say about him? This is common sense, family. You ain't got to even try to do no research for this and figure out what this dude is all about, and anybody else is all about. If they're not addressing it, it don't matter if you black or any other color. If you ain't talking about racism, if you ain't talking about how bad this shit is, if you ain't riding for victims of senseless violence at the hands of members of law enforcement, you ain't riding for justice. And I don't care how many black friends you got, you ain't keeping it solid. You ain't 100. If you ain't sharing these posts or these memes, or you ain't out here donating some money or donating some time, because you ain't got to share posts, you ain't got to be sharing posts, you ain't got to do this and none of that. You know, there's all kinds of ways to protest. But if you ain't got no protest going on in you, you ain't got not an ounce of protest in you for this shit, you trash too. And any relationship that you have with any black person is fake. It's fraud. And any amount of decency you think you have, you're void of it. You don't have any. And any attempt to try to claim Christ, claim God and the spirit, man, you can save all that shit. That don't even add up. All this good Christian, no, you cannot be a good Christian if you're not protesting racism. You cannot be a good Christian. It's impossible. If the teachings are what you say they are, if you are to believe, if you want me to believe those teachings that you believe, then, and you want me to believe what's in that book, if you ain't protesting racism, you ain't solid. You ain't keeping it 100. You just as bad as the McMichael brothers, or McMichael fam, or clan. That's what they are, a clan. Makes sense, doesn't it? Brother Rafa said, what is it, Rafa Yah? Says, what Obama do when Mike Brown or Trayvon died? Nothing, nothing. None of the presidents. You gotta understand, America is a corporation. And every year, the corporation has goals to meet. Every year, the corporation has an agenda. And they have plans, a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a 20-year plan, and a 40-year plan for the country. And if your policies ain't aligned with that, if you get off code of that, of whatever that is, then there's going to be a problem. So obviously, police brutality, addressing police brutality and bringing an end to it has never been part of their plan. It's never been part of the 5-year, 10-year, 20-year, 40-year plan. It's never been part of it, which means that it's not only allowed, it's accepted. In fact, I'll go as far as saying it's expected, not just accepted, it's expected. And let me say something else. Obama, anything Obama did, it wasn't anything more than any other president would have done at that time. Anything that happened from 2008 to 2016, you can place anybody in the world in that position and you would have got the same results, because that's what the code called for at that time. Right now, what's going on right now is part of the code. It ain't Trump by himself. Trump is just a figurehead. Everything that's going on is by design. It's part of the plan. It's part of the ultimate plan. Trump is a figurehead. Voting for president is simply about who can you stand to look at and listen to for the next 4 to 8 years. It's that simple. It's that simple. And another thing is this. Usually presidents are decent looking, right? Trump is probably the ugliest president ever. He's probably the ugliest president. Really can't think of anybody who is as hard on the eyes as Donald Trump. People usually don't vote for ugly presidents, but Trump somehow slipped through the cracks. Well, I guess Russia had a little something to say about that. Black Mama, you say things are going to get worse if Trump wins again. If things get worse if Trump wins, things are going to be worse if Biden wins. Whatever's going to happen anyway. I'm telling you, it's an agenda. They got an agenda. And you're going to fall in line with that agenda no matter what. It just seems that Trump is the reason why stuff is so much more messed up. Stuff is going to be messed up anyway. They got to run the economy like this anyway, fam. They can't not continue to run the economy like this. They can't do that. They got to go like this. It's got to do this. This is how you get winners and losers. Winners and losers. When it go like this, bunch of losers. And then the winners go to gobbling up everything at a low price. Then it goes back up, and the winners get even richer. And then go back down, but you got to go up to give people hope, so you don't have mass suicides and people lose their minds. You got to have hope. You got to give people hope, so you got to let it go up and make people feel like they're doing good. Oh, it's going great. Everything's going great. I got a good job. I'm working, everything good. And then you got to hit that crash, boom. And then you make people scare the hell out of people, get them shook. And everybody's scrambling, but they still have hope because they've seen the promised land. They've witnessed prosperity before. So they have hope that it's going to rebound, and it will. And then, things will get better, and then it'll just go like this. It's going to always be like this. Just remember that, family. It's going to always be like this. That's why they always say save for a rainy day. And always prepare for bad things to happen when good things are happening for you. Always prepare, because that's why I never get too up, I never get too down. I'm always like kind of even keel, no matter what's going on in my life. I never get too up, I never get too down. Even when I'm like witnessing prosperity, like just great amounts of prosperity, I'm humbled because number one, I'm humbled for the blessings, but I'm also humbled because I know that it could all change at any moment. How often have things been going good in your life and then you get a call that somebody died? Or something happens to you, you get in a car wreck or something. Everything was going good. Then you got in a car wreck, or you get a call. Everything was going good. You get a call. Maybe you was on vacation. Maybe you was having a good time, you know, at the club. You know, maybe you was just at home watching a movie, just enjoying life and just thinking, man, you know, just feeling really, really good. And then you get a call. Somebody died. And that seems to actually be exacerbated around the holidays when people are really like supposed to be in a festive mood. But there's so much suffering around the holiday times. So I take the holidays with bitterness, I take the holidays with I take my bitter with my sweet. Because I'm looking at it like, man, holidays always bring happiness and tragedy. I've always seen that every year of my life. So I'm more even keel with all of this stuff. But I'm telling y'all, it doesn't matter if Trump is president or not. We've survived worse than Trump. Remember, we've survived presidents who actually owned slaves. Think about that. Think about that. We've survived worse. Trump is just hard to look at because he's ugly. And he's super dumb. He's a super dummy. So, and he says the worst, most foul, just uncouth things. He's just a super dummy. So he's disgusting. And no, you don't want to look at him. You don't want to hear his mouth, you know? So that's why it just seems like he's worse than everybody else. But all of them, none of them has been for us. If you really think about it, none of them have been for us. Any of them that looked like that they were doing something for us, others have always benefited more. They've never done anything for Black people that Black people really benefited from and came up and nobody else benefited. Anytime we've benefited, others have benefited even more than we have. Think about what I'm saying. So that's why we can't be worried about talking about like what you're gonna do for us, what you're doing for the Blacks and this, that, whatever. They ain't gonna do shit for us. That's why we gotta look at this thing like it's business. Like we gotta put the business in order. Like go there with the business plan. Okay, all right, you want these votes? Okay, what you got for us? We gotta bring something to the table. We can't just be out here splitting it up and doing whatever we wanna do. We gotta tighten up, get on code. Oh, they'll act right once you get on code. Black mama, come on, Willie D. You should know me better than that by now. I am ready to withhold my vote and let all the other people who let us suffer feel our pain. You dig? That's what I'm talking about. I feel you, Black mama. Really, the rest of my message was not worse for Black people because we already been killed. It would be worse for the people who enjoy the benefits Black mama earned for them. All right, okay. Be worse for the people who enjoyed the benefits Blacks earned for them. I said Black mama. Well, Black mama is in Black people, yeah. Okay. Okay, I dig you. I got you. I stand corrected. I got you. Yeah. Somebody just said Obama signed off on Blue Lives Matter law. Yeah, I'm sure he did. See, and that's the thing. Like, somebody like me could never be president because they already know that I'm finna ride and I'm too dumb not to ride. I'll be like, you know what it is, okay, what the killers are, who the killers? I cannot know who the killers are. If I know, that's all I'm gonna say about that, fam. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Serena, where you been? I see you. What's up? I don't know what's going on. I just hope you get receive support. My water heater just blew up, but I just wanted to let you know I'm with you. One love. Absolutely. Appreciate that, Serena. Who is this? Money Love? Money Brown. Money Brown TV. Salute OG for always keeping it real, St. Louis. That's what's up. Stephen Price, I see you. Junior grown man sneakerhead. Man. All right, fam. So just to recap, if you're just not joining the broadcast, we had Lindsay McMichael, the sister of Travis, and the daughter of Gregory McMichael, who shared a photograph of Ahmaud Arbery's bloodied body from the crime scene. She shared it on Snapchat, and she said the reason why she did it is because she's a true fan of true crime. She didn't do it out of any malicious intent. She said she did it because she is a true crime fan. I say she is from a true crime fam. You dig? Morbid, to say the least. Who does something like that? Oh, Lindsay McMichael. Can you imagine somebody dating her? Can you imagine? Can you imagine her raising a child? I bet she got some too. She said that she now realizes that it was in poor taste. Why can't people realize that they're doing something in poor taste before they do it? Like, why can't they realize that something is in poor taste before they actually do it? Why you gotta go out there and make an ass out of yourself and then come back and apologize and say you realize that it's in poor taste? It was in poor taste. So she posted a photo to Snapchat showing Ahmaud Arbery's blood-soaked body at the crime scene. And the photo made its rounds around the Brunswick, Georgia community before she even posted it. She said, I had no nefarious or malicious intent when I posted that picture. I wonder what she had posted a picture of her brother or her daddy had Ahmaud got the drop on them and blasted them and left their bodies soaked on the concrete. What do y'all think about that, fam? Do you think she would have posted a photo of her own daddy or brother laid out on the concrete, blood soaked? But Gal Verner, what's up? I see you. That's the question, fam. That's homework. Do you think that Lindsay McMichael, being a true crime fan, would have posted a picture of her daddy or her brother had Ahmaud turned the tables and got the drop on them and left their bodies soaked on the concrete pavement? Drop a comment and let me know. I'm gonna come back into the chat after I end the broadcast. Until then, fam, no more talk.